anybody that is interested in learning more about Darkseid and the New Gods, encourage you to pick this baby up. Cosmic Odyssey, it's number 1 through 4 by the great Starlin and Mike Mignola. Absolutely one of the greatest stories of all time, comic book stories, really, like team ups, and love this story. This is a story where first time the Darkseid tries to get the anti-life equation. That's book number 2. Number 3. Look at that. What a great cover that is, man. Etrigan. He's just got him like a dog. What a great villain Darkseid is. And Orion right there. My guy, Orion. You see his savagery in this book. I mean, the guy is an absolute savage. And that's the anti-life equation in the background. Dr. Fate, High Father, Demon. I mean, 5 powerful characters right there. Number 4. Pick this up, guys. It's a great read. Not for the comic book speculator. This is for the comic book reader. Great story. All right. That's a leadway into this. This is going to have 3 standard books. Submitted these to CCS for pressing. Now, for those of you who have asked me, why did I stop using CCS? No, I didn't. Whenever I have a book that's graded, and not only then, you're going to see some books also that are coming in that pretty soon that I sent to CCS that weren't graded, but I sent them with other graded books as well. But if I have a book that's highly graded in the 9s, I'd rather send it to CCS. My thinking is, part of my thinking anyway, is that they see what's wrong with the book. They can look at the notes and they can concentrate on that, on that flaw or whatever made that book like that, right? So I mean, this is just my thinking. The other thing is that the grader, I am assuming, probably sees the grade as well. So I should not get less grades than what I sent. Now, this is going to have the first appearance of Darkseid in a 9.2, and New Gods number 1, first appearance of quite a number of characters. The number 1 guy, though, being Orion. And I sent 2 9.6s, trying to get a 9.8 on that. I don't know if I'm going to be successful, but if I'm assuming that the worst case scenario here is that I get a 9.2 Jimmy Olsen 134, a 9 and 2 9.6 New Gods number 1, because that's what I sent out. So if that's the case, then I threw whatever money away that you're going to see at the end. But we'll see. I don't know the grades. I wanted to keep it surprise. So we'll find out right now. Alright, guys. I saw the grades. When I opened it. You can't win them all. Alright. So what happens is, my success percentage sending books to CCS to crack, and to press and regrade CGC is it's right around 50%, really, right around 50%, maybe just under it. So I've been successful doing it. At some point, your luck has to run out, right? Now, the good thing is, though, that, like I said, I've never, outside of the graded book, of the signed book by McFarlane, I've never received a lower grade than what I've sent. And this one came back a 9.6. I sent out a 9.6. First appearance of that guy right there, Orion. First appearance of a whole bunch of new guys, a bunch of them. And I believe this is the third full appearance of Darkseid. I know Forever People was technically his first full appearance where he's in the storyline and all. Awful cover. That is an awful, awful, hideous cover. But yeah, no, I like Jimmy Olsen 134, as I've said it before in the past. Neil Adams cover. All right, that one came back a 9.6. This one comes back a 9.6 as well. So, man, it was a shot. It was worth a shot to send them out to try and get 9.8s on them. This is just a plastic, guys. It was worth a shot to do it. It's a gamble. It really is a gamble. I mean, but it's a high price gamble. But remember, I took a gamble on bigger books than those, and that gamble succeeded. This one did not. All of them came back at the same grade, and this is the cover that I like. Yeah, it's his cameo, but it's a collaboration between Neil Adams and Jack Kirby. And Jack Kirby inside, what does he have in there? A picture, a drawing that he did of that same cover right there. It's inside. You got a full page ad inside of the New Gods and a full page ad of Forever People as well, #1 in this book. And of course, a collaboration between Neil Adams and Jack Kirby, which, come on, that's the reason why this book is the most coveted. That's the reason, pretty much, in a nutshell. All right, that's a failure. All right, let's see how much this failure costs. But again, all came back at the same grade, so it was worth a shot. And if they would have came back at lower grades, I would be criticizing CGC. But this is consistent. It's consistency. I can't be mad at that. I took a gamble. I failed, and I can't be mad at CGC, man. It's just like Will. I'm going to be sending you this, my friend. I'll be sending you this tomorrow. I can't be mad at this guy. Yeah, he graded them really harsh, man. He graded these really harsh, I thought. But this is the kind of guy that when he gives you a 9.8, this grader, that book is going to be a 9.8. That might be the guy that freaking graded these also, but that's the guy that you want. You want to buy your 9.8s from. That's the guy you want to buy your 9.8s from, you know? Because I've seen 9.8s with that are questionable in all grading companies, CBCS and CGC, and of course PGX. I don't buy PGX books though. Not that I wouldn't, all right. Not that I wouldn't, because I would. You get them cheaper, but if you go to a convention and you can actually check it out and and you could buy good deals on PGX if they're graded properly, because they're gonna go for less, and then you could crack them and regrade them with CGC, send them to Mr. Kendra or CCS. All right, let's go to the numbers and let's see what this gamble costs. All right, guys. So this was the other one that's gonna be coming probably in another 2 months. That one was sent economy. Just 3 Jimmy Olsen's 134s. 2 of them are 8.0s. The other one was assigned by Neil Adams 7.5 signature series. So I don't know. Maybe that'll come back with better. Better news than this one. This is this one right here. All right, so let's go through the numbers. So I shipped this with 4 different submissions. Well, in 4 submissions. Those were 2, and then it was 2 pre-screens, I believe. But that's how much all 4 submissions were, and then I just broke them down. So I assumed $11.90 on each one of these. So shipped to CGC, $11.90. The grading is $165.75. Now here's where Mr. Kendra comes in, right? Versus CCS. CCS is expensive to press, and that's why I would, if I have books that are Silver Age that are not graded, I will send them to. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys some books that I'm going to be sending to Mr. Kendra right after this. So if you have books that are Silver Age that have not been graded, better to send them somewhere else to get pressed. Like I said, you can learn pressing yourself, but then you got to have time to do it. I just don't feel like I have time, and I make enough back for myself where, you know what, I'll keep the economy moving. I'll give the money to Mr. Kendra, or in this case CCS, but Mr. Kendra is a lot cheaper, and other pressers, not just Mr. Kendra, other pressers are a lot cheaper than CCS. That, my dear friends, is very expensive. $180 to get this pressed and cleaned for only 3 books. Okay, super expensive. Impressive Comics will charge you less than half of that, and we'll do just as good, if not better, of a job. I would say just as good a job. Okay, I think they're both good. I know I've said I like Kendra more, and that's probably true. I do like Kendra more. I think Kendra takes more time with the books. I think he leaves them in a humidity chamber a lot longer, because I don't see like those ticks, like that one tick that I saw in the one book. I don't see it in Kendra's books. But anyway, and then so it's $180 for pressing, and then $18 shipping back to me. And there's a $5 charge. Did I leave that $5 charge out? Yeah, I did leave that. Yep, I left it out. So $5 charged. That'll be $385. $385. That's $5 for every submission. Yep, left it out. So it comes out to $385.65. That's. So was it worth it? No, of course not. No, it wasn't worth it, because I didn't get what I wanted. All I wanted was one upgrade. I wanted one upgrade. Wasn't worth it. Now, was it worth a gamble? Was it worth it? And was it worth the gamble? The actual gamble? Listen, it's just like gambling on a football game. You might hit, you might not. I rolled the dice here. No sevens this time. No sevens this time. But you've seen me get sevens before, so all right. Let's show you some books that are going out to Mr. Kendra. All right, guys. So this is the kind of books that I'm going to send to Mr. Kendra, right? Because these, if I send these to CCS to press, they're going to be super expensive because they're Silver Age books. So Kendra's going to do just as good a job, if not better, at pressing them. Like I said, because I think he leaves his books in a humidity chamber a lot longer, and he I know for a fact he uses different pressing techniques as well, that because he's taken out some creases that I didn't think that he would be able to take out. So but just the price alone, and you get his he gives you his price. Like, you know, if you're using his account, you get a better discount with him as well than you would on your own account. I have the best residential account for CGC, and even with Mr. Kendra on moderns, I save $1. On these, I save more because this costs more. Silver Age books cost more to grade, and obviously to press as well. In the pressing alone, you're saving a ton of money. We're going to send this out. Most of these books are not going to be in the highest. I would say this one probably. I'm hoping this one will get back to me, and can this get a 7? I got a 7 on a different one that he sent out, and it was in worse shape than this one is. And I got a 7 on it. This one's not that bad a shape. I mean, it's got some flaws, right? But and the square bound, not that bad. Not that bad at all. Back is crisp, and he can get most of those stains out. Maybe not that one right there. Absolutely not that one. But you know what? Maybe this one's going to turn out. If I can get a 7 on this one, that'll be great. It's probably 6.5. I don't know. He can get me to a... Man, we'll see. We'll see. This one will probably come back at a 5, I'm assuming. See, that doesn't break color. Maybe a 4.5. See, I'm picturing it already pressed. I'm picturing it already pressed. So I'm thinking maybe 4.5 on this. Maybe not. We'll see if you can get that out. Yeah, it's got a lot of staining in the back. Yeah, we'll see. It's going out to him anyway. Here's one of my favorite books. Classic cover. Absolutely classic cover. Right here. A lot of these are classic covers, though. Tales to Astonish 93. I picked this up as a kid. Picked this up because I wanted to see that fight, and it did not disappoint. Silver Surfer pretty much dominated him. You know, there's certain guys that, you know, they say styles make fights, right? Silver Surfer's almost always owned the Hulk. Boom. It's like, look, dude, just stay away from me. You know, don't mess with me. All right, I'm the Silver Surfer. Damn it. You're a big dummy. Like, he's a Hulk trying to hit him. The surfer's like, come on, dude, get out of here. I fly through asteroids. Yeah, I love this book. Gonna get it graded, and yeah, gonna be staying in the collection. This one will. That one will stay in the collection. This one, sold this one recently. Actually, sold one. I sold a. I think it was it a 4 or a 3.5. This one though. This one's from the PC. This one should grade a little bit higher. Dare I say, possible 6. Maybe more. Yeah, maybe more than a 6, man. That might be more than a 6 on that one. And then this one right here, it looks like it's missing a staple. But let me see. I'm on the fence on sending this one though. I'm on the fence. I may not send it. But again, this was from the PC, and I just love the fight with him and Ego. This is when he uses that thermal blast on Ego at the end. Right here, I'll show you guys what he says. That's why I think when he fights Null, if lightning is a weakness of Null's, this is the guy you want fighting him, even though I don't think he's the one who's going to end the threat. But right here, he says he's trying to escape. He's at the center of Ego, the center of the planet. And he's got the recorder with him that's gravely damaged. In the name of mighty Odin, by the fury of the thunder, let the winds which fill the cosmos tear this evil world asunder. Let the lightning and the gale pierce this planet to the core. Let the storm now humble Ego. Thus commands the mighty Thor. You know, he used to always rhyme. Stan Lee, man. It is done. We are free of the deadly ego. Not even a living planet could equal the power of a god to cause the elements themselves to combine in a universe-shaking thermal blast. I mean, this guy was absolutely a beast, a monster, a hero, like in his own class back in the day. I mean, nobody could do the stuff that he did. They had to dumb him down because this guy could time travel. They had to take that away from him. So he can take any type of energy and absorb it with Mjolnir and then enhance it and throw it back at you tenfold. Yeah. Then Ego is left right there. It's like, holy crap, man, this guy just beat the living crap out of me. He's like, for the first time in countless millennia, I have been bested. Never again shall I suffer such humiliation. Damn, I'm beat. Anyway, yeah. Technically, the first Defenders right here. My opinion, this is the first Defenders. Submariner number 34. This is minus Doctor Strange though. But in this book, they all fight each other. They're all fighting each other at one point or another. They're fighting each other. There's some cool scenes in here. Sal Buscema was a great artist. I mean, towards the end of his career, you could see that the art kind of diminished a little bit, but there's still some people that liked it. I did like a lot of his definitely earlier stuff. Imperius Rex, you see that? That's a cool scene right there. See, they're all fighting each other throughout the whole book. One fights it. Boom. Imperius Rex. Of course, first solo appearance of the Silver Surfer. This one's in pretty pristine condition. This should come back in the high 9s. It does have a little bit of blunt damage on the bottom here on that corner. That's really the only big flaw that I can see on this thing. And it does have some staining or some dirt, like right there, that I think Mr. Kendra can get out. So this book is still pretty cheap to get. Fantastic Four Annual number 5. Highly recommend that book, because Surfer is coming. That's his first solo story. And then this one is an original. This is original, an original cover, Silver Age reprint, Marvel Tales. Now Marvel Tales, when they did the reprints, most of the time they would reprint the actual cover of the book. Certain books, however, though, they did not. They put original covers like this one. This was a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man number 17. And yeah, I just like the way that this book looks. I'm on the fence on sending it in, only because of the wrap right here on these square bounds. See that a lot. I have seen these with wraps like these in 9.4. As a matter of fact, I bought a 9.4 that looks worse than this. So I still don't know if I'm going to send that one in yet. And then I'll send this one in. This one's probably one that you guys haven't seen. This is called, this is from Romance Comics, right? It's still Silver Age as well. Young Romance, number 150. Certain books that they're iconic covers. These covers were used in actual magazines. And this is a very rare book. You don't see this book around a lot. It's not in the greatest of shape, all right? But I'm going to get it slabbed. Yeah. We're going to get that baby slabbed. Hoping to get... see the back, super clean, and with a cleaning and a pressing, look even better. Only real flaw that I can really see with this book is that right there, which is evident, you know. But I think even with that, it's not far-fetched to get a 7 on this. I mean, it's got a little bit of wear right here too. 6.5, 7. Am I asking for too much over here? Alright, let's go down to 6. let's go down to 6. But we'll see what Mr. Kendra has to say about that. These are some books. I'm gonna probably send out a Tales to Astonish 100. I'll look to see what other books I have. Alright guys, so I'll finish this like this. Lastly, 385.65. Yeah, it's a hefty price to pay. It's a big loss, right? But if this book ever takes off and the movie's coming, I don't like really buying stuff because of movies. I like buying stuff because of characters that I think have legs, characters that I actually like myself. I go by the investing strategies of one Peter Lynch. And Peter Lynch, who headed the Magellan Fund for a number of years, to being the best fund in the market in a decade, he says, look, he went after things that he used, that he liked using, that he saw other people use, but it's mostly things that he used himself, and I kind of take that approach with comics. I go after characters that I like, and if I like a character, I go after that character, because there's something about that character that drew me to him, right, or her. So when a movie comes out, I'm not getting it because of the movie. Yeah, sometimes I do that. I'll get something because of something happening, like, so, like I get a character like this because she's rumored to be in a series or whatever, but I'm not planning on keeping that. I am planning on keeping that though, and when I'm planning on keeping it, when I plan on keeping something, then I go on it, and I go on it heavy. That's why I went heavy on this. This is an all-time great character, Darkseid. All-time great villain. I've said this before. He's top 5 villains of all time. Top 5. Got to put Thanos in there. You got to put the Joker in there. You got to put Doom in there, right? Who else will be there with them? Darkseid, Thanos, Joker, Doom. Would you put Luthor in it? Never been a Superman fanboy, really. Haven't been. Never been. I don't think I'll put Luthor in there. I don't think so. Nah, homie, don't play that. It's a good question. Who would you put in there? Definitely, I'll tell you who you can't put in there. Kang. You can't put Kang in there. Kang, that book, yeah, it's going crazy or whatever. It's a Silver Age book that not too many people have. It's not a book that you see around a lot, so it does have significance as being one of the early Avengers books also, But as far as a character of Kang, who says, hey, I need that Kang toy as a kid? Did you ever say that? Nah, you never said that. I know you never said that. I never said that. Never thought about Kang. You know who never thought about Kang? Also, writers. They didn't think about him because all his stories pretty much sucked. What I'm saying is that I don't go after characters that I don't specifically like. Not to collect anyway. I don't go heavy on them. Alright. This is when I dragged this too long again. Sorry guys. Hey, I had a lot of fun doing that live stream yesterday. Had a lot of fun with it, man. I went in it. I lost the video. I thought I had deleted it because it wasn't even appearing on my channel. Too much of a noob I am, you know. But then it just appeared on it in the morning, and I wanted to see the chat. Now I'm just cracking up with the chat. It's like 5 guys in the chat, really. But I was cracking up. I was cracking up through the whole time. It was fun. It was really fun rewatching it. So, again, congratulations to Will getting your book. You're getting your book hopefully by the end of the week. All right. Have a good night, guys. Have a good night. Later.